I've met him East a bit, and East is nice. So things are going.
Welcome aboard. How you doing, Mike? Just getting my stuff in line here. Gotta do my sharing. Hope you're having a good Friday. Hypermatter fuel is most commonly found on airless rocky moons. before we go see Toala, I think I'm going to change companions. I was just going to go with Barrett here, because I've been waiting to find out about Irvin. But Sarah is a much better companion to have with you for the Navy stuff. My personal opinion. Okay, I can't call her, so I have to go on board to ask her to come out here. Lame. Lame. All right, Sarah, where are you at?
People are saying Constellation members have
There you are.
visions. Well, I hope all
Let me
your
guess.
visions involve kittens
You missed
and
me and you
rainbows.
couldn't stay away.
Back for more, eh?
Sarah! Sarah, good to see you again, my dear friend. I expect to hear some exciting tales when you two return.
I'll try, but I doubt any of them will compare to the spectacular tales that we hear you spin.
Hey, Captain.
Where is the... There it is. Easier to get out of here by sitting down and then exiting the ship.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city.
I will not be scanned as I enter the city. Toala's desk is this way. Let's go poke the Toala bear.
I'm not very comfortable heading into Mast. But don't worry. I'll try and keep my complaints to a minimum.
No, feel free. Shoot everybody.
Hey, you're Sarah's friend, right? You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Imperial Navy? Imperial fleet work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the Empire. Or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional Ragul. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous, but the Imperial fleet only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the Empire needs us, the Imperial fleet is there.
Well, all right.
Take the elevator down to the Imperial Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest.
And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
See, Sarah's already an Imperial citizen.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Hello, peoples.
Bud Files, welcome aboard.
In the Old Republic era, the Sith led by Darth Malak destroyed Terrace, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, the Galactic Empire was formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 light year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Coruscant, beginning a new era of Imperial history, the age of the Galactic Empire.
The Emperor's plan must have told him to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
I agree.
It wasn't long ago that the faction known as the Sith Zealots first made contact with the rest of the galaxy. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left Coruscant and disappeared 40 light years earlier, the Sith were a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Palpatine, Sith Zealots initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the galaxy. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Emperor. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Emperor's Crusade. The Rebel Alliance was initially founded in BBY-4, when the citizens of Dantooine banded together with the pleasure city of Nar Shaddaa in mutual defense. But in BBY-6, after the deployment of an Imperial medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Quat also requested to join the Alliance. The resulting rise in tensions between the Rebel Alliance and Empire culminated in the galaxy's largest intergalactic conflict, the start of war. Despite a decisive victory by the Empire, the Imperials permitted the citizens of Kuat to join the Alliance, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. After the Galactic Civil War, Sith forces declared all-out war on the rest of the galaxy, initiating the Emperor's Crusade. Over the next several light years, thousands of rebel, imperial, and independent souls were killed by agents of the Sith in the name of their Emperor God. It was only with the death of their founder and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that the Sith finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members, the Sith Zealots, who refused to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after the Sith's mysterious disappearance, these Zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them, their pacification a goal of all space.
I like that they made the changes in the voiceover.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent civil war between the Empire and the Rebel Alliance. Set off by the unauthorized rebel colonization of Vesta's Pride, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or ATSTs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous Imperial bioweapons. It was in ABY-1 at the Battle
and howdy
of
Rob
Dantooine
and chat.
that the scales finally tipped.
Thank you,
The
sir.
Rebel Alliance, utilizing their civilian fleet as a shield, successfully crippled the superior Imperial fleet. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest fleet,
Or ma'am.
the Rebel Alliance offered terms
Reese.
of peace, which the Empire, out of an interest in staving off any further loss of life, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The Colony War was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the sacred systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Several worlds were left untouched by the Galactic Civil War. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the rebel planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading Galactic Empire forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by rebel forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of ingenuity and cruelty. Nira remains a continuing testament to the horrors of unfettered war. In the midst of the Civil War, a different kind of tragedy struck the imperial city of Londinion. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the Galactic Empire war effort, Londinion found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Rakghoul, a rare but pervasive threat to all settled worlds. Rakghouls swept over the city seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the Imperial military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinion is mourned by the Empire to this day. After the devastation wrought by civil war, the Empire and Rebel Alliance came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that bioweapon and droid warfare would be outlawed. All related research was archived and kept under guard, accessible by mutual agreement, and only in cases of dire emergency. But the rebels had another demand: that the active commanders of the Imperial military stand trial for their actions. The Galactic Empire, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 4 ABY, 3 Galactic Empire senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Imperial Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Vi Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the Galactic Civil War to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
Makes sense.
It was into this new world that the Imperial Fleet was born. An official branch of the Imperial Navy, the Imperial Fleet is the Galactic Empire's primary fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, Imperial citizenship is guaranteed to every Imperial Fleet member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Imperial Fleet is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the Galactic Empire, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
So what you're saying is, service guarantees citizenship?
No one is born a citizen of the Galactic Empire. Only through service to the Empire can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the Empire prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only Imperial citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the galaxy. By joining the Imperial Fleet today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the Galactic Empire.
She didn't quite make it in with me. She'll be downstairs.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready. The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of an I-Class Kuat Drive Yard's Class 2 Star Destroyer, the Empire's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. Of course, you'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation engineered by members of the Imperial Science Staff right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Toala. Proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there. While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Imperial Fleet captain's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there. Good hunting.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Shield upgrade active. New targets active. Damage upgrade active.
New ally active.
Ally active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
Target defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
You have to try harder than that. Warning, warning, incoming fire.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Let's go for the bonus.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. New targets active.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 5 reached. Initiating final tier. Prepare yourself. New targets active.
Hey, Odd, how you doing?
Doing good. Working on getting that Sot Shark curse. What a grind, hot face.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. All opponents defeated. Congratulations, pilot.
Hope
Please
your
exit the
Friday is
simulation.
going well.
It is, buddy. How's your teeth?
Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Toala to receive your final scores and your probationary assignment.
I didn't just pass, I just excelled.
Ah, there you are. Believe we've got some, things to discuss, applicant.
About that. An alert came up on your file. Said you were the one working with the ISB when they went belly up against the Shadow Collective. Now,
A person can draw a lot of conclusions from an outcome like that. You being one of the few who walked away from that battle.
But in the Imperial fleet, we're serious about our take-all-comers policy, regardless of their past.
Hell, if we turned down every former pirate trying to get back on the straight and narrow, we'd be without some of our finest pilots. Not that I'm saying that applies here. I just need to know, if that were the case, then that part of your life is in the past. That's good to hear, but it's on you to prove it. Just keep your nose clean and we won't have any issues. Now, that out of the way, you ready to take a look at those exam scores? See how you did?
Sure.
I like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. So, looking at the data, checked out a few of the murals. Good.
Attest to preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Imperial fleet values highly.
Psychological results are all within expected levels.
The Imperial fleet doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile.
Oh, you found the debug system in the simulator. Nicely done. Curiosity and resourcefulness are skills our recruits need. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 6. You cleared Tier 6. No one clears Tier 6, even with the debug tools. You should be damn proud of yourself.
I've never seen someone reach that tier. Huh. That's incredibly impressive.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, factoring in that you managed to utilize all the tools at your disposal.
Once you've successfully completed your probationary mission, you could have your Imperial citizenship after only
just 3 years. Guess a top
Wait a minute. 3 years?
pilot score will do that. Plus a hefty signing bonus to boot. Not gonna get a better offer than that.
3 years? Oh, that's incredible. For some, it can take as long as a decade. You should be incredibly proud.
You people should be talking about
Sounds
3
like you're
months.
just the type of pilot the Imperial fleet's looking for.
If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission.
First, though, all the Empire's service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the Empire?
I can start swearing at the Empire right
John,
now.
You're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed? Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Yeah, come on. I'll go swear at the Empire.
Teeth are good. Gonna have my last wisdom tooth removed September 10th. Glad to have that out of the way. Gonna save the oxycodone they give me for Wednesday streams, lol. I'll be nice and extra happy.
It sounds good, Odd.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Now, raise your right hand.
The motto of the Imperial fleet is, "Long live the Empire." That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the Galactic Empire, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the Galactic Empire to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Imperial fleet, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the Galactic Empire?
I'm not normally big into commitment, but for you, fine.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the Galactic Empire's Imperial fleet. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old Clone War processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants an Imperial fleet captain to deliver the...
Hey, Angels Gaming, welcome
anyone
aboard.
present is safe and secure.
So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
I will be there.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Heath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance.
Give it your all out there. Long live the Empire.
Okay, it's telling me to... Oh, I was already hiding my helmet. Let's get down to the, spaceport. Sarah almost made the train. She'll have to take the next one. I need to find Crew Chief Heath. I like how those caution cones were being reset up all the time that I kept knocking them down. They finally just left them laying around. They're like, yeah, they just keep getting knocked down. We're just gonna leave them laying there. That ground crew person just looked so lonely, standing there waiting for somebody to show up.
Shocked she managed to limp back here at all. Bullet for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can. Yes, sir. Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Heath. Pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all Imperial pilots get for their first mission. Stim packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there. My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out? I honestly didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your record. Report they gave us seemed clean. No known hostile outposts. But I wouldn't say that's permission to let your guard down. Just watch out for wildlife and pirates. Keep those stim packs handy and you'll be fine. Nothing too dangerous, if that's your concern. The repair suite's mostly just wiring and circuit boards. The welcome kit has some goodies in there I wouldn't leave sitting around when company comes to visit. But it's nothing some proper storage can't make safe. Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
I make everything look good.
I have things for you.
Oh, sure. She has things for me once I'm in the ship.
All thrusters firing.
She never has anything for me when I'm standing around.
Hell of a view from here.
Where are we going?
Grab drive. Get it working.
There it is.
No, no, no. Hostile ship. It's not too late to surrender. You think you can win this?
Switching over to standard engines.
Okay, Tau Gourmet Production Center, but there's a city on the other side of the planet. You'd think that if there's a city on the other side of the planet, they would be well aware of conditions on the planet. Let's make sure my pockets are empty so I can pick up all the goodies that I need. Because when I find stuff, I don't want to have my pockets full. O2 boosted super commando armor. I don't need that. I don't even know where I got that. Nice to keep some mines with me. I know that there's some food that I don't need to be carrying. Then I look at what the food's actually doing, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to keep. Midnight Delight. It looks like deli ham. $30 health a second for 10 minutes. Don't need a bottle of wine, that's for sure. Probably don't need 41 of those. Original charter, can't drop that. Now we're traveling as light as possible.
An abandoned meat packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here.
Somebody's ship is here. But I can't go inside it. They are not having a good day.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Oh, you're right.
An abandoned meat packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here.
Well, they packed meat. That's what they did here, Sarah. It's a lot of blood.
Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah. You've narrowed it down to not one.
Is my new name working then?
Let's see. Angels Gaming, yep.
Cool, Tony will be happy.
Somebody was drinking Revnog on the toilet. Or they were planning on doing so.
I'm Yvonne BTW. Nice to meet you, Rob, if that's okay, or RP Games.
Nice to meet you too, Yvonne. And yes, calling me Rob is just fine. Everybody does. Or RP. Some people call me RP. Something just yelled. That looks like a person right there.
It's cool, always good to ask.
Either I got hit harder than I thought, or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet.
She's gonna unlock the door for us.
Hello RP, how are you?
Mage, welcome aboard. Let's close that.
So, what have we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers? Or a pirate?
Hello all in chat.
Empire on patrol, maybe? You'd make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll. Imperial fleet, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the Empire. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxizio Machina, a rat ghoul. One of the nastiest monsters the galaxy's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
I can't believe that a Terramorph did all this damage. I mean, I've heard the stories, but to see the decimation firsthand.
I managed to scope out a fair bit of the facility before it found me. If there are any survivors of the attack, they're long gone.
Rat ghouls have a unique growth cycle. They're usually only found on worlds that have been long colonized by settlers.
But Tao said he's too young to have one. Yet here it is. I came looking for an explanation.
Wait a minute, Janata? That we're not on Janata.
Other than a remorseless
Cool, it's works, yay baby, we just need your artwork I make now.
Among
Hey
apex
Rob bro,
predators,
I see you've met.
They're the pinnacle.
Hey
Resilient,
Tony.
agile, smart, and their mental prowess only increases with age. Some can even dominate the minds of weaker species.
I do, hey
keeping
honey.
them as pets, livestock, or toys. They're creatures without peer. I sure could.
Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse.
That's good, because I'm
But there
good
is
at
a way
making
we can
corpses.
give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools. It's the building in the middle of the facility. The terminal in there should allow you to grant me access to the system as a whole. Then we can see about getting things back online. The settlers outfitted most of the buildings with turrets at some point. Not sure how many are still operable, but at least a few appeared to be in fighting shape. There were also some sensors scattered around the facility that I didn't recognize. But those are honestly all just educated guesses until we get the connection reset. Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
Let's see if I have any skill points to spend. And I do. And I've already mastered stealth, so I don't need to do that. I've already mastered wellness. That's fall damage, don't need to worry about that. Oh yeah, take less physical damage. This thing's gonna do physical damage. I definitely like that. Alright, we're going to be sneaking. The good news is it's daytime. We should be able to see this creature long before it sees us. The bad news is I don't know if it's been modified by this game mod. So I don't actually know what I'm looking for.
Howdy Angel and Avalanche.
Seeing a meat packing facility from the inside is starting to make me feel like I should switch to becoming a vegetarian.
No. You don't want to be a vegetarian because you've seen a meatpacking plant. You become a vegetarian because you hate vegetables. That's the real reason to become a vegetarian. Hating plants.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello. I wish I'd found this earlier. Those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system.
Should let you keep tabs on how close the rat ghoul is. But it's not connected to this network. Should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 1.8.3.5.
1.8.3.5.
Find anything useful?
Next room.
Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move.
Okay, so it still looks like a terramorph.
Look, with that thing on the move, my advice... Avoid direct engagement. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live.
Once they're online, lead the rat ghoul towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Captain.
One of the power switches is on a roof and in a room.
Seeing a meat packing facility from the inside is starting to make me feel like I should switch to becoming a vegetarian.
Additional power input required.
I'm not sure what makes its home here, but we should keep our weapons at the ready.
I don't know about you, but my gun's out.
Activated. Stand clear.
Yes, on roof and across the way there.
System rearm failed. Additional power required. Online.
Oh, good. That terramorph's being tied up by turrets. That's gonna give me a free run at this last switch.
Power levels insufficient. Proceed to next power breaker.
That jump looked painful. Nothing down.
All defenses
At
restored.
least we avenged the deaths at the colony.
Where's our friendly neighborhood terramorph? I don't like this. Sit. Oh, he's dead. That wasn't even terrible.
Tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or...
Here's your genetic
Wait,
sample.
You did it, didn't you? Heavens above. You just flatlined a rat ghoul.
The turrets really did it.
I'm not too proud. Thank you for saving my ass. You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you? All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
Whatever you do, don't go too fast. You did say downstairs, right? I would laugh hysterically if the turrets outside detected the cell sample in her pocket as her being the raccoon. That's one hell of a microscope.
Older model. Okay, let's see what you can do. Running basic diagnostics? Nothing. Maybe a flag scan? No. Spectrograph. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this rat ghoul being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Colonists spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But rat ghouls, they're different.
Yes, they are.
To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when colonists settle a world, 70 to 100 light years later, rat ghouls tend to just appear, but no one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Tau Ceti, though, it's too young to have a native population.
This is
It's
not
only
Tau
been
Ceti,
colonized 20 years.
but it's also not Janata.
But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of rat ghoul growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Rat ghoul outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one. Well, they're not exactly buying tickets and flying coach. The theory is that they're spread by some kind of egg or seed that's able to evade our detection. But how the hell an undetectable egg turns into a rat ghoul without anyone noticing is a question no one's ever found an answer to. And it's why what's happened here could be real bad news for the rest of galactic civilization. They have. They even took down an entire city once. A place called Londinium had to be quarantined due to a massive outbreak during the Clone War. It's the only known loss of that scale, but it's the reason why any change in our relationship with these creatures needs to be taken very seriously.
Yeah, I just read about that. Well, not read about it, listened to a reading about it.
You're right. We don't have enough information. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of rat ghoul research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure out how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed. Get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that rat ghoul data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit. Clear it with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name. I was. Long time ago. Family tradition. But I know some of the folks from my old unit moved into the Imperial fleet. couple even owe me favors. If I'm lucky, your commander is one.
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is.
I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means.
I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard, he's a contractor with the Trade Federation on Genosis.
Yeah.
There's a place called the Sixth Circle on Genosis, bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here, it's not exactly a bounty, but you certainly deserve them. Should cover the cost of fuel to Genosis at least.
Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Alright, we gotta go poke the Toala bear again. Where did we park? We parked up there.
Accounted for. We're ready to depart.
Alright, before we take off, I'm going to take a short break. I hope everybody will take this opportunity to stretch your legs, grab a snack, refresh your drink. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I'm back.
Dust off complete.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
And Tony, if you're still here, I now know the reason why there's no exhaust when the Millennium Falcon's moving in this game. All those lights on the back engine of the Starfield Millennium Falcon model are just little square light panels, just like the in Fallout, the little square light boxes.
Mind if we stop by the waterfall on this trip? I could use a few moments to unwind.
Yeah, we can go to the waterfall.
This area always reminds me of the Senate building. The statues there tower over this one, creating a truly breathtaking sight.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Imperial fleet whenever you're ready. A rack. What? How'd you walk away with a rat ghoul tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers? You killed a rat ghoul on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit!
Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering the sample? A researcher. Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name.
Everyone
Let me
should
check
know
the
that name.
database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as...
Co-head of the Empire's bioweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Clone War, and was dismissed from duty. Guess that's where I'd heard the name before. If she's former biowarfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her monsters.
Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, she mention why she thinks this sample's so special? She thinks there could be more of these? Well, this is one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of.
But if Hadrian Sanon thinks this sample needs to get to Genosis, then we're going to make sure it gets to Genosis.
I'll take care of the clearances and ensure you get your credits.
Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Empire. Welcome to the Imperial Fleet, Captain. The Imperial Fleet's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services.
Now, if there wasn't anything else, I'd suggest you move out.
We can use the spaceport terminal. I've got to go close the garage. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that, folks. Let's get Sarah up to the waterfall. Let's go chasing waterfalls.
Give away too much in negotiations. The FC.
Yeah, I know, that was bad. What do you want from me? I'm a dork. I can hear the water. I don't see the water anywhere, though.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes you're used to.
Yeah, take a look at this.
She keeps giving me stimulants. I think there's a subtext there.
Oh, I can tell I'm going to like this.
Hello, Rob.
Hero, welcome aboard.
Hello everyone.
I can't believe how perfectly we were made for each other. Oh, I love
0.
chats. You know how to make a face.
Hello Mike, Bud, Ott, Lantry.
When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know.
Hello Tony,
Melt
Bro,
away for a
Angels.
This spot right here?
Ah, my day just got a whole lot brighter. When you listen to what I have to say, you make me feel loved. Who could possibly ask for more?
For that to be the next option? No, thank you.
If it keeps us close, then I'll gladly say those words every time you ask.
Yeah, I think the water's missing from the waterfall. I can hear it, but I don't see it anywhere. I think it's supposed to be coming down this wall right here. Alright, well I took her to the waterfall. Like she asked me to. Usually I expect her to have something to say up here.
Well, hello, sunshine.
No, you still don't have anything to
I'll
say.
be counting the minutes to our next chat.
She's not going to say anything. I'm just going to take us to the ship. Take the missus to the waterfall when she wants to go to the waterfall. Oh, good God, the annoying fan. If I take him with me on missions, he's supposed to give me good gifts.
achieving orbit now.
Look alive! Look alive!
Hi everyone, Rob.
I'm not backing down.
Denise, welcome aboard.
Oh no! Was that the engine?
How are you?
I got this.
At work, pretty busy here. Yo Phoenix.
I don't think we're on the right mission.
Grav jump successful. Just like your plans.
Band. And we're done.
I am on the right mission.
Enjoy Genosis.
Surveying skill reduces the number
Howdy,
of scans
Zero.
needed to gain information from plants. Now I guess I need more skill points. Open up, Geonosis. Let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Genosis can have a depressing effect on some people.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Well, look what the Geonosian went.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
No, no, not.
Worked. Past tense. Dr. Walker hasn't been employed here for some time now. A shame, too. We'd had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around Genosis. Not the sort of work the Trade Federation traditionally does, but we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Federation would be most grateful for it.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely necessary that we have to help them?
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
Oh, I can't believe you're helping them. What a stupid waste of time.
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle, what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
Yeah, neither am I. That's right, droid. Get out of my way. Wait a minute. That's an elevator, I think. I'm not afraid of stairs.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Why don't you come in and tell me what's some stray wants with Walker? Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker? What? Someone give them codes to a Star Destroyer? Look, you can make up whatever crazy story you want, but you should forget about Percival.
You can spare us the performative stonewalling. We simply need a moment of his time, and you needn't hear from us ever again.
And you're someone I should trust. Why?
I'm UC military. Retired. Can give you my gene tag code too if you'd like.
Not necessary. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Federation. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. I'm always inclined to help a friend. Red Devils were the meanest stormtrooper unit the Galactic Empire ever had.
Ah, were you stormtroopers, eh?
At least one stint as a Genosian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the Imperial bioweapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the Civil War ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with bioweapons got shelved. Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory. Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the Federation and pay them direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Federation keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom.
If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
And, one soldier to another, Genosis is full of old utility tunnels and crawl spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that led out right into the Federation storeroom.
Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear? Ooh, and you might need these.
Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it. Before or since.
That's
Monsters
weird.
From the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. Can understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Yeah, Sarah is not going to like me erasing his debt.
Seek a community center representative to plan your event or regular gatherings today.
I mean, I'm gonna do it, but she's not gonna like it.
This life ain't easy, but it was the goods. Yes.
Phoenix, 0, Mage.
Okay, how do I get into the back room at the Broken Spear? This is how I came in. That one's not good for there.
Checking your filtration unit every 2 weeks for old. Faulty or improperly fitted filters. Geonosian dust is a leading cause of respiratory illness. Remember, keep it breezy so you don't get wheezy.
Ever been to Dantooine? Those rebels are
Now I can go down there and tell them that I adjusted it. I think I have to tell them.
Not something you want to say too loud now, but good work. Here, go dig our man out of his pit.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Genosis is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Federation contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Federation, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Neo-Crusaders moved in and ran us out, started setting up shop.
Yeah, that would explain that.
I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then, you can give it over to the Trade Federation. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Up to you. If you want to avoid a bounty on your head, you let me know.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at living with a bounty on my head.
Detonation occurs in 5, 4,
Was there something else? Do you now? Very well. Let me take a look at his... that's not the number I remember. Headquarters must have felt sorry for the old man. Here, his current balance. I expect this won't be a great hardship for you. Be cleared. Wonderful. Dr. Walker's debt is officially no longer our problem. You have my thanks. Oh, and if you do find him, please let Percival know I'm eagerly looking forward to never working with him again.
I'm sure he's eagerly looking forward to never working with you again. Well, I'm here. Let me buy all your ammo.
citizens are advised to take
That was incredible.
outposts on the city's outskirts due to frequent live fire exercises. It is also advised to use only approved ship landing pads.
Welcome to... Cool. That's what we do here.
I'm going to check my weapons first. This is using 4.5, 2.5, 1.5, 5.0, 2.0, and 2.0. What weapons have you got? Anything special on the Nothing special. Nothing I can't live without in there. Really, the only thing I need in here is snake oil. And I don't see any.
Responsible for hull damage.
Pardon me.
Done. Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. The place was sealed up tight after the Empire shuttered our unit. Snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. We're going in there, actually. A bunch of Neo-Crusaders moved in not long after we got Percival set up. Don't expect he'd run out before they got taken care of. But I'm sure he'll appreciate not having to find out if I left him with enough rations. Yeah, the passkey. I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
Yes, we do.
The minerals mined here and across thousands of other sites on this planet are all owned and used by the Empire. The real question is, for what purpose?
As long as you can't see the ship, you can fast travel to it. I know it's a silly system, but once I figured out that you just have to not be able to see to it. Marty, welcome aboard.
A point reached. Orbit stable.
Hello, Zero. Hello, Marty.
Happy Friday to you, Marty. I honestly think the new Stormtrooper helmet is a slightly worse design than the old Stormtrooper helmet.
Hi, Zero.
If you look at the original Stormtrooper helmet, the mouthpiece
Zero and Reese Angel is my GF channel.
Looks like a separate piece that could be modular. Whereas the new one doesn't have that.
If could give follow or shout out, it'd be great.
Modularity. I thought that quest point was on the ship. It's not. My bad. How far away is it though? 900 meters? Are you sure it's not something I could land
Hi,
at
Phoenix,
separately?
Mage, odd.
Come on, Sarah, we're gonna take the speeder. Because what's a Star Wars Genesis episode without me poorly driving a land speeder?
LOL. Who are you shooting at? It's amazing that they said that when I killed one of theirs.
I'm glad that you have a preference, Sarah. The Advanced Overlord helmet looks so dorky.
Hit him now!
It was a coincidence that I shot him in the dick. But I would have anyway. That looks just like Saul Guerrero's armor. Without the breathing mask. Take that for a I don't like that mask though. It's like G.I. Joe's Snake Eyes got hit by a freaking shovel. Are you coming, Sarah? I literally just stimmed her ass. Oh, you're trying to shoot from further away than you need to be.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Not really. Not a lot, anyway. That's the stupidest looking helmet.
Marty.
Hey, Marty. Oh, odd. You're saying hello to Marty.
This must lead to the miners' living quarters. I can't imagine having to live almost every waking moment underground.
I can. Where do you think miners would live?
Rob Sir from Yvonne and myself. Good night, brother.
Good night, Tony. I'm bypassing a lot of stuff on my way through here. Who knows what kind of... this a bathroom. But who knows what I could be missing.
Don't leave any of that behind.
Beast Hunter's armor. No, we're not going through here. But why aren't we going through here? really, really wanted to stay protected and just didn't. That's an elevator. I have to find my way to him now.
Exploring these mining operations has given me a new appreciation for the risks dusties take to make a living.
Yeah? Okay, so why can't I get through here? Do I have to take the elevator? I don't think so. Elevators usually take you out. Yeah, that's not way out. That's... This is not a good place to be. Take me where I need to go. It's telling me I do need to go this way. So clearly I missed something. The door.
Unleashed in your command. Unbelievable. I worked. Can't imagine how an engineer could make heads or tails of this chaotic collection of drilling machinery.
You don't know how an engineer makes sense of this. Try and figure out how a miner makes sense of this. Because the engineer designs it all, but the miner has to work it.
Well, this explains why the miners ceased drilling. Someone must have missed this natural cavern on the geological survey. In this cavern was to feed. I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Yep, it would have been like building a ship in a bottle, kind of. Except for the person climbed into the bottle.
Appreciate it. I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at? A fast-growing raccoon. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Please tell me inside there's an elevator that goes to the surface.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. Wasn't expecting guests. Oh, Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Managed to negotiate it down to something more reasonable. Good to see someone give the Trade Federation a bit of their own medicine.
Yeah, negotiate. That's what I'm gonna call it.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this a bit, shall we?
All right. Just get those cellular markers tagged.
Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinium. I'll need to get this all in a database. Hadrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Rakghoul attack in galactic history. I presume you've heard of Londinium. It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack. But the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there. Faster than any Rakghoul should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in Imperial Rakghoul relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not going to end well for the galaxy.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now.
Yeah, I think we all could.
Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
We gotta look around first. See if you left anything in here. Nothing really except for that book. I'm glad you're letting me lead and all, but where are we going? We're going back to the elevators, you say? Apparently this is the roundabout way through. I have no idea which is my path. And it's not telling me anymore. If necessary, I can get back to the place we just left and jetpack across. Yeah, this crevice doesn't go anywhere. I thought it did. It doesn't. See, if the NPC would lead, he would just take me on the path. And I wouldn't have to speculate how to get out of here. But naturally, that's too much heavy lifting for the game to do. Sometimes the game could just show you what to do, and it doesn't. Wait for them to show up. Because this is an elevator. That he says, not supposed to use the elevator, but okay, I guess we can't use that one even with him here. Keep going. How did I get in here? this way. We have to go away from where we're going to get...
There's still quite a bit of mineral wealth down here. Perhaps it would be worth our time to survey the area for more.
To where we're going.
Well, we clearly can't get through this way. Perhaps we should try making our way down using the caves in the back of the area. Look at all this old drilling equipment left here to rust. Not surprisingly, mining lasers rendered these machines completely obsolete.
Trying to get higher. I don't recall how we got in here. Here we go. Said he's not supposed to use the elevator. But I guess we can, and then we can't. Seems kind of lame to me.
What an impressive sight.
It wants us to use the elevator. No, it wants us to go back to the spaceport. Where did I park my doesn't matter where I parked my speeder. He can't get in anyway. Did he just get in? No. He did. He gets in, and Sarah walks. That's some lame shit. That's my girl you're making walk. Only even remotely allowing that.
Looks like Rob needs some speeder driving lessons, lol.
Well, it's not a Star Wars Genesis stream if I'm not bouncing off things in my speeder. Hey, at least this time I remembered to drive it back to the ship. Usually I'm just like, the hell with it, and leave it where it is and fast travel back to my ship.
Be careful down near the mines. I could really use a further power right now.
Sorry, my clock fluctuates early, you know.
Is that really it? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say.
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
No, it wasn't too much trouble.
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's going to take to access our old Rakghoul data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Rebel Alliance? And Sith Zealots somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Of course,
You deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were Imperial military scientists, ran a division of the Empire together that deployed bios on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of the Empire's biowarfare. A practice that's been
Oh,
ever since
so-
the armistice went into effect almost 20 light years ago.
So you were doing unspeakable and illegal warfare from a mine on Geonosis. And I just went down there and rescued you from raiders who were there to plunder said mine. Gotcha.
Oh, well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield.
The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Clone War.
Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean.
Gotcha.
And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. I mean, I hope they will. But accessing the archives, it's not 100% up to them.
They'll also need the consent of the other signatories of the Clone War Armistice, the Rebel Alliance and Sith Zealots, in order to unlock it.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the Empire at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board. All right.
I'm going to go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast on Coruscant.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
All right. With that, I think we're going to leave off here for the week. We'll pick this up next week, where we're going to try and continue this operation. I want to thank everybody who came out for the up to, looks like 2.5 hours, 3 hours? 3 hours that we've been out here. Kara, get away from there. Playing Star Wars Genesis.
GG.
I hope everybody had a good time because I certainly enjoy bringing it to you. I'll be back tomorrow with a little bit of Phasmophobia with Draco Invictus, Fainter, and Alhoon Gaming. In the event that there is no Phasmophobia, we'll have an alternate game on tap. So until then, take care, everybody. Check in on friends and family. Make sure everybody's doing okay. I'm Rob. Thanks for gaming with RP.